The Griffins aren't exactly a picture-perfect American family, and we all know that. But sometimes they cross the line from mildly dysfunctional into something closer to outright unhinged.
You, a man, are cleaning up a mess made by Anna, a woman, that she, also a woman, spilled on you, a man.
This is pure, unfiltered chaos. The kind that makes you wonder how this family functions at all. These episodes prove they're the craziest family in television history. And today, we're breaking down exactly what happens in each one. Let's start the show. Imagine winning $150 million, but instead of setting your family up for life, you end up permanently disfiguring your best friend. Welcome to Season 10, Episode 1, Lottery Fever, where Peter's greed takes center stage. 20 seconds into the opening theme song, the insanity already kicks in. The actual plot kicks off when Peter asks Lois for a loan to open a sushi restaurant, one where his entire business plan involves aggressively yelling at customers as they walk through the door, and Lois shuts him down immediately, reminding him they're too strapped for cash to gamble on something so absurd.
Like it or not, we're gonna have to start living on a strict budget for a while.
That's when news anchor Tom Tucker breaks in on the TV to announce the state lottery jackpot has hit a record $150 million.
Well, there you go, Lois. That's the answer right there. We'll just win the lottery. In fact, I'm gonna go buy my winning ticket right now.
Instead of grabbing a ticket or two like a normal person, Peter takes out a second mortgage on the house to buy hundreds of thousands of them.
Peter, there are thousands of lottery tickets here. Where did you get the money for all these?
Simple. I took out a second mortgage on a house.
What?
And the family spends 3 straight days digging through the pile before Brian, of all people, pulls out the winning numbers right as everyone's ready to quit.
Yes, we won the lottery! I'm getting a butler.
Sir?
All right, buttle my Buttle it!
The money goes straight to Peter's head. He quits his job, starts buying rounds for the entire bar, and builds himself a room full of gold coins, just so he can dive into them Scrooge McDuck style. For a minute, he actually does some good, giving Quagmire an investment loan and slipping Joe cash to buy Bonnie a gift.
Good, because what I want to do is stay here, get drunk, and watch TV.
We now return to Michael McDonald during allergy season.
But that generosity doesn't last, and Peter quickly starts holding his new wealth over his friends' heads, guilt-tripping them until they're basically acting as his personal servants. Joe and Quagmire end up pre-watching Peter's favorite shows, just so they can skip to the good parts for him, and they're even stuck eating the worst bites of his meals.
Ow!
Everything boils over when Peter makes the two of them perform a synchronized dance routine while he casually fires a BB gun at them. And it stops being a joke the moment he strikes Joe directly in the eye.
What the hell, Peter? You shot him in the eye!
Keep singing, you, and keep your chin up so I can see your throat.
No, screw this! You're a jerk!
Quagmire and Joe walk out on him and his money immediately after, and rightfully so. None of that phases Peter, who buys himself a solid gold tuxedo and hands Lois a massive diamond ring just to keep the peace.
Peter, it's beautiful. Is it a blood diamond?
Ah, the bloodiest.
Oh, Peter, I love it.
Then, during a fancy family dinner out, the news lands like a brick. The entire $150 million is gone, blown through in just 1 month, and the Griffins are broke again.
I can't believe it. We lost everything.
What do we do now?
Well, seems like our only hope is the lottery.
Tail between his legs, Peter crawls back to the bar to apologize.
I don't expect you to forgive me, but if for some reason you do, you can find me in a cardboard box on the corner of Meeting and Thayer.
And that's when Joe drops the permanent fallout. Doctors couldn't fix his eye, so he's stuck with a glass replacement for life. Even so, in classic Family Guy fashion, the friends let Peter completely off the hook, and Quagmire even offers to loan him money to get back on his feet.
Quagmire, I don't know what to say. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Paying the bills sometimes means pumping your own baby full of sketchy energy drinks to cash in on commercial royalties, at least according to Peter and Lois. Welcome to Season 14, Episode 11, The Peanut Butter Kid, where these two become the ultimate nightmare Hollywood parents. Money trouble opens the episode, and it's bad enough that Peter starts walking the mall with a metal detector, hunting for lost change and jewelry just to cover the bills.
God, the mall sucks, doesn't it, kids? If I had a credit card, I'd shop online.
That's where they run into Joe and Bonnie, standing in line at a casting call for a Scooter's peanut butter commercial. And while the adults catch up, Stewie starts goofing around and making fun of Brian.
I like garbage peanut butter, and I wear my I voted sticker for a week and a half. Nom, 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 nom.
Which catches the casting director's attention immediately. They love his energy on the spot, and just like that, Stewie becomes the new peanut butter kid.
He's adorable and exactly what we're looking for. Congratulations, your son is the new peanut butter kid.
His first commercial, oddly set in an airport bathroom, turns into a massive hit the moment the family gathers to watch it. And almost overnight, Stewie turns into a local celebrity and the household's main breadwinner.
We haven't had a celebrity in a family since my great-aunt, Queen of Burlesque Griffin. Cheesy jokes and ugly broad.
With fat royalty checks rolling in every time the ad airs, Peter and Lois, thrilled by the cash, push him into another audition, and this time, things don't go nearly as smoothly. Stewie ends up badly bruised trying to nail the routine.
Did you see those other kids? They were amazing. One of them was texting with the funny dumb kid from Modern Family. I want to text with that kid. Holy Christmas!
Rather than comfort him, Peter and Lois look visibly disappointed and start hyping up the other kids at the audition right in front of Stewie, clearly trying to make him jealous. Once they get home, the real punishment starts. Late-night dance drills that push him past his physical limits while Lois hammers away at the piano.
It's 3 in the morning. What the hell are you guys doing?
What does it look like? We're practicing.
Stewie has another audition tomorrow, and we're not going to be embarrassed like we were today.
The moment Stewie looks like he can't lift another muscle, Peter pulls out his secret sauce, a mix of 5-hour energy, coffee, and other ingredients no toddler should ever touch. The caffeine works exactly as intended, and a completely wired Stewie nails his next audition, this time for an orange juice commercial.
Yeah, bye, juice!
That was amazing.
I've got goosebumps.
None of that money goes toward the family's debt, though. Peter and Lois blow it instead on brand new appliances, making sure Stewie never sees a cent. Watching this spiral, Brian finally steps in to warn Stewie about the dark, often tragic paths former child actors tend to follow.
Oh no, this is horrible!
Brian's warning lands, and Stewie decides he needs out of the industry fast. So he sabotages the orange juice shoot on purpose, throwing a screaming meltdown on set and bombing his lines completely. Seeing their own baby fall apart in front of the cameras is what finally snaps Peter and Lois back to reality, forcing them to face what monsters they'd become. Stewie admits, in the end, that the acting business was too much for him, though he secretly liked the dancing and the caffeine rush.
Well done. Not a bad performance. Thank you, Brian. Oh, there's the poop. Right now.
The show is famous for its random cutaway gags, but this episode pushes that gimmick further than ever. Peter and Lois actually glitch themselves out of reality using one. Welcome to Season 19, Episode 4, Cutaway Land, where infinite dimensions sound like the perfect vacation right up until the only ticket home involves taking out a notorious 1940s dictator. Peter and Lois spend the opening minutes just trying to get a little alone time.
You and me got unfinished business.
What?
Come here, you.
Constantly interrupted by random nonsense, like a completely unrelated family showing up to do dishes in the middle of their living room.
Turn that music off and get the kitchen out of the living room.
Damn it! What do we gotta do to get some time to ourselves?
Frustration finally boils over, and the two of them accidentally set up the exact same cutaway joke at the exact same moment, both comparing their misery to someone trying to sell men's suits in Australia. That overlap is too much for the universe to handle, and the paradox glitches the couple straight into the show's own cutaway dimension. Landing in that Australian suit shop, they figure out they're standing in a magical place called Cutaway Land, somewhere they can jump to any scenario just by setting up a fresh joke.
And it takes a setup from both of us to get us in or out of Cutaway Land, but only one of us to move within Cutaway Land.
It feels like the kid-free getaway they've been dreaming of, so they start hopping dimensions looking for somewhere romantic, and because it's Peter and Lois, the choices get hilariously questionable fast. A funeral, a spin class where Peter serves as the actual bicycle seat.
Oh no, the one middle-aged post-gastric bypass guy. He didn't clean these shorts from last class.
A fart-powered hot air balloon, and a bizarre pancake hospital all make the list. The novelty wears off for Lois first, who starts missing the kids and decides it's time to head home, while Peter, not ready to leave, keeps trying to cut away back to Tom Brady's locker room instead.
Is this Mr. Devaney's room?
Mr. Devaney, right, that's the name of the guy with the AIDS. Next room over.
Lois eventually talks him into setting up a cutaway meant to bring them back to their kids, but because the joke gets set up from inside the cutaway dimension itself, it accidentally drags the kids into cutaway land with them. Nothing they try afterward works, and the entire family ends up trapped together inside Tom Brady's locker room.
It's just a little mix-up. Peter, let's try it again.
This is like the time we were together with our family at home.
Peter finds a phone in the locker room and manages to reach Joe, who does some quick internet digging and comes back with an answer. The only way out is to travel all the way back to the very first Family Guy cutaway ever made and take out the dictator from the 1940s featured in it. They land in that classic black and white scene.
Peter, I gotta admit, I'm not comfortable with this plan. Yeah, I know he was evil, but do we really have the right to take the life of another human being?
And surprisingly, this family of certified psychos all hesitate to actually finish him off. Meg doesn't hesitate though, gladly stepping up to handle it herself, and she later brags about how the man cried the entire time. Right as the family escapes back to reality, the episode drops its biggest twist. None of it actually happened. The entire dimension-hopping adventure turns out to be a fever dream, triggered by Peter and Lois eating a batch of bad beach oysters.
But you've been passed out for 22 minutes babbling about cutaways and Hitler. We were so worried.
I wasn't that worried.
Family bonding usually means board games or a movie night for most households, but for the Griffins, it means shared psychosis and total property destruction. Welcome to Season 17, Episode 3, Pal Stewie. The whole family is gathered watching a Saturday Night Live sketch when things kick off. And apparently it's so funny that going completely hog wild feels like the only acceptable response. Pure joy turns into pure chaos as the Griffins tear through the living room. And by the time the smashing stops, lamps are shattered and the damage adds up to something like $10,000, all to celebrate one funny bit of late-night TV. The madness doesn't stop there, because Stewie's storyline takes its own wild turn after he makes a completely normal new friend on the playground named Hudson.
Hudson, time to go.
I gotta go home now. I'm glad I met you, Stewie. You're neat. Bye.
Bye, Hudson.
Determined not to scare off this normal kid, Stewie holds an actual funeral for his dark side, saying goodbye to evil Stewie and burying every one of his diabolical weapons in the backyard.
Stewie, what are you doing?
Having a funeral, Bri. Say goodbye to evil Stewie.
That peaceful new lifestyle shatters fast once Stewie finds out he wasn't invited to Hudson's birthday party, and feeling like nothing more than the pity friend sends him over the edge.
I know why this happened. I called him my best friend too quickly.
He digs his heavy artillery back up, crashes the party for revenge, and turns a kid's birthday into an active war zone. The craziest part of all, Stewie was invited the entire time, and Brian had simply hidden the invitation from him.
I threw your invitation away.
You what?
I know, I'm sorry. I just afraid of losing our friendship.
Meanwhile, through all of this toddler warfare, Lois spends her time as a bored, thoroughly inebriated housewife, stumbling through the yard searching for her hidden bush vodka. It's the perfect chaotic note to end our list of the Griffins' most unhinged moments on.